What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video on the channel. If you're here just to see my reaction of this video, skip to like just after 7-minute mark, because at first I'm going to start by playing a little bit of the atmosphere that was going at the game, the tifo before the game, because that was absolutely class. But as you can tell from my background again today, for the people that are currently subscribed to the channel, I've borrowed my cousin's setup again just to get this video up as quick as I can. But again, I'm going to start this one off by showing the atmosphere, then go into my thoughts about the game. Welcome back to another video, and as you can tell, there's always a special atmosphere in these European nights, and it's up another level again. We're in the round of 16 playing Bayer Leverkusen, and the side that they've got out tonight, so many high-end internationals, their squads worth well over 100 million. So you'd say we're major underdogs tonight, but it seems to be when we benefit this season. Though about the team, Hadji's been dropped. Don't quite understand that. A lot of people are saying it's about work rate, putting Aribo in that right wing because we're still playing that 4-3-3. Kamara and Davis are staying in that midfield, so I'm not quite sure how that's going to go. I'd love to have Ryan Jack to be in there, but he's still injured, so I'm being optimistic. I'm hoping for a 2-1 win tonight. It's going to be obvious as well how big an impact that Leverkusen fans are going to have here. Their away support, I was easily 500 yards away from the stadium, and you can still hear them roaring outside the stadium like an hour before the kick-off, so they're going to be loud tonight, so hopefully we're just the same.
He's getting up friendly, fucking as a cunt. Look at them while I'm moving. Fucking, they don't look disappointed, man.
So I hope you enjoyed some of the clips of the atmosphere there before it all kind of went downhill, to say the least. But I'm going to start this off by talking about the team selection again, and today I just think it was absolutely awful. I mean, to leave out Hadji, who, especially in European games, has been absolutely brilliant for us. Like, you seen what he done at that Braga game when we had to come back from 2-0 down, which there was a moment where you thought that was going to happen again today, but it was just too much of an ask for us today. But Canberra didn't start as well, which I thought was pretty harsh. And then the midfield three, Arfield, who I thought, I'll compliment him today. I thought he was one of the few players with pass marks. And then Kamara was okay, and Davis I just thought was absolutely abysmal. From the start of the game, Leverkusen had all the ball. We weren't really expecting much different. I was expecting a bit more fight, a bit more of a press off the start, but we weren't doing too bad and they weren't creating too many chances, like no clear-cut chances anyway. We were very limited ourselves though, of course. One of our only chances was Bonner with like a free kick that he had to swing in, and it was just one of those nights. His delivery wasn't on point and we're wasting opportunities like that. And of course, everyone's favourite VAR gives Leverkusen the penalty, but we can't really complain with VAR now, can we? It's unfortunate, but hey, that is what it is. And then Havertz steps up and cool slots it away, so that's us backs to the wall really quickly. But these things get noticed with VAR. So coming out after half time, we had no changes, which I thought was pretty surprising because I thought we looked really flat, especially in that first half. And then watching some of the players' body language when they walked out, see especially Kent, in my opinion, he's just looked so off it recently, but like emotionally as well. Like even when he scored his goal against Ross County the weekend there's not much of a celebration, it's just the straight face, like as if honestly there seems to be something wrong with the morale of the team. Davis's tempo was slowing the game down all game, so negative, but that's something I'll get into later on because I honestly feel like he is one of our biggest problems in the team at the moment. Now, Aribo came off, there was an early sub today because even Gerrard could see that things weren't working and we made an early sub to take Aribo off, who was non-existent today, and on came Canberra, who did bring a positive impact. Two of our biggest chances in the second half, one came from a brilliant one from Tav, you have to say, doing what we know he can do and what he's been capable of in the past, which he's not been shown recently, driving at defenders and playing a lovely ball in for Alfredo, which was blasted near post, and hands up to, you have to just put that down a good save by the keeper because that was absolutely rifled towards that near post and it was just a good save. Kamberi had a chance as well, just through his work rate, he won the ball back in the box, turned and it didn't look comfortable enough to hit the ball with his left foot, so tried to square the ball along Alfredo along the goal line, where in that situation you're just screaming, swing a leg at it, even if it's your weak foot, you never know what can happen from him. He was genuinely like 8 yards out. As much as I've been slagging off Davis in this video, he did clear one off the line, but someone else would have been there if he wasn't on the pitch anyway, but it was from a corner. An acrobatic attempt. It wasn't quite an overhead kick, but Davis was on line to stop that being 2-0, but then not long after, lovely ball into the box, and Tav, I think, done well to clear it. Like, it was a really awkward height angle to come in, and it was a good finish, to be fair, for that second goal going 2-0. Big George, of course, got his goal, which lifted the crowd, and then the place went mental again. The atmosphere, they started to lift again, but again, it was in this new formation that I've got no idea why we don't start games with it. It was a 4-2-3-1. Had you playing in behind striker, Kamberi in the wing, Kent in the wing, Morelos up top. I've just got no idea, because you know and I know that he's probably going to go back to that 4-3-3 again on Sunday. Leverkusen had another chance where Kent filled the guy in the edge of the box. It was a massive splice that McGregor left. He was inviting him to hit it, and he did indeed hit it. What a strike it was off the bar, so we got pretty lucky with that one, but then the game was absolutely killed. It was Polster that got turned inside. I'm not actually seen that goal back yet, so I don't know if Polster could have done better, but once it got turned back inside, it was a good finish, and 3-1, you're thinking it's almost an impossible task to come back from that now. And me personally, I've seen a lot of people, which we'll go into reviews of the game after, I was actually underwhelmed by Bayer Leverkusen. I know the team that have spent over 100 million, etc, 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 but I was genuinely expecting them to play better, and like, obviously they're a good team, they're a great team, but I was really expecting a team that are up there competing with like Dortmund, Bayern Munich in their league to come here and impress me more, because I honestly thought Braga looked a better team. But I'm now going to go over to Twitter and see what other people's reactions were and have a little discussion about them. So I'm just going to go over some people's opinions on Twitter now and see what I think about them. I tweeted out saying, can't help but feel bitterly disappointed. I felt like we could have done better versus, in my opinion, an underwhelming by a Leverkusen side, because I just expected them to be better. Davis and Kemp like a man down all night. So surprised by the lack of effort at times, and it's always a minimum ask when you're playing for a jersey. And I've got asked out for the thoughts on the performance of people. Got Ewan_Trueblue here, the first response saying, absolute pish. The fact that Davis stayed on that pitch is mind-boggling stuff. Felt like we could have done so much better if we showed a bit of heart, and had you not starting was criminal. And again, I cannot agree more with Davis today when you've got players like Doherty and McCrory out on loan. Of course, if Jack was fit, he might have played, but realistically it would have been instead of Kamara. I just do not see what Gerrard is seeing in Davis right now. In my opinion, his head's gone, his legs are gone. In my opinion, he shouldn't be near our starting 11. But Dale Barras1 here saying, disagree with you completely. Plenty of effort, just lacked quality. They never got out of second gear. Which, it's totally fine to disagree with me, but I think the team were very, very poor today. And what you may be right about though, is that Bayern maybe never got out of second gear because we never pressed them enough. Okay, Boyd1966 here saying, underwhelming, FFS, they were top drawer. We've got Mark here saying, I don't know how you can fault us tonight, top class team, and we were in the tie right until the end. Again, maybe it's just my opinions, but let me know your thoughts about it in the comments below, guys, because I thought we should have done better tonight. At Bob's Uncle here saying, poor, if we played anything like we did in the first half of the season, we were going to win that tonight. No energy and a lot of just going through an emotion, and 100% agree with you there, mate. If our team, with the confidence, belief, the fight that we were showing in the first half of the season, I believe we're coming out of that with a victory tonight. Get Laird17 here saying, Leverkusen never really got out of second gear all night. We should have fought more in the second half, which we did, but ultimately dominated by a team who could have stepped up easily. They will win the tournament if it gets that far. Davis, Kent, Morelos were poor. Kamberi looked bright and tried. You're right with some of your points there. Well, right in my opinion with some of your points. Will they go all the way? I do not think so. I don't think they have the quality at all. I think Man United and Inter Milan, Sevilla, them teams would batter Bayer Leverkusen, to be honest. We've got Anne RTID here saying, I agree with the no fight. If we were aggressive enough and quickly got into their faces, it would have rattled them, which was proven at times. She went on to say, if we were in the form we were at the beginning of Europe, we've came away with that with a win tonight, but there was no heart and no fight, heads down from a lot of the players. JB_1872 here saying, we were beat by the better team, a few of our players can hold their heads high, didn't think Leverkusen even went through the gears at all tonight, but what a journey it's been in Europe, and it is one that we can be proud of, and that is something that you cannot disagree with. To get to this stage, with our budget, the Scottish team, of course, getting further than Celtic, we've played harder teams than Celtic, there's no denying that. What we've done so far is a great achievement. Okay, @_Pena Cartel here saying, our midfield are all passengers right now, they offer nothing but a little bit of effort, they were quality, like me saying Leverkusen were quality. P3D_55 here saying, he was painful to watch, don't know how many times he gave the ball away, and even when he did receive the ball, it was always just a back pass, never anything positive. He did what any defender could have done, pointless. Talking about Davis, of course. Green at Bayer saying, they're a top quality side, mate, who spent 100 million in the summer and had a 20 million sub brought on. Get realistic here, FFS. So as you can see from that, a lot of it is mixed opinions on whether it was Leverkusen were just so good or we were so poor tonight. For me, it was more of we were the so poor tonight, and I think we've cost ourselves, well, realistically, we have cost ourselves going out of this, because I think if we stepped up to the plate, if players showed more fight tonight, I think we were going through. So let me know your thoughts about the game down in the comments below, and leave a like if you've enjoyed the video so far, because the next video, who knows when it's going to be, because with all this coronavirus stuff going on right now, there's probably not going to be an old firm, because yeah, as I'm recording this video now, the Arsenal manager's just got diagnosed with it, and it's just going to spread through British football, it seems like. So no doubt very, very soon that British football is just going to be suspended until further notice. But if the old firm is on, I'll be making a prediction video before that one. So thanks for watching this one, guys. Leave a like again if you've enjoyed the video. I appreciate you watching it this far. We'll catch you in the next one.